Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle again, and we are back, and we are on WaffleMods 2. I just started up a server for the BlockFarmers today. I am going to take inventory with you guys for the first time, and now we're going to start a brand new world together. Hopefully you guys are excited to see a new WaffleMod series. I know I'm excited to play one again. Looks like we've got some lava right here at spawn, and yeah, we're just going to get started. We're going to grab a few things. We did pick this seed. Sakala and I looked at a bunch of them and thought this was pretty decent, and let's just see if we can put some of this out here. Let's see if we can grab this last one before it catches fire and burns up. But yeah, Sakala and I looked at some seeds, and we decided that this one would be pretty good. There's a nice variety of terrain. There's a bunch of stuff out here that we can use. There's a nice spot for building houses. There's this cool mountain back there, and there's a bunch of villages and temples and things around. So it's a pretty good one. I'll put a link to the seed down in the description. Link to the seed. I'll just put the seed there. There's no reason to link to it. You guys can read it. It's pretty straightforward. And now what we want to do is see if we can find a way around. Let's customize a couple of things. I'm looking at the journey map here, and it looks like it's pretty tough to read. So let's do that. We're going to go to Options, Minimap Presets. Let's bump the font and the compass font up. There we go. Now we can see where we're going. And I think I want to head around. I think there's a decent area that we want to use for a house around -100, -100, +300, somewhere around there. So we're going to head that direction and see if we can pick out a good spot for us. I think that's southwest. Yeah, that looks like that's about the right way. So we're going to go ahead and head over that way, get a couple of trees cut down. Obviously, we've got our one spruce log. That's the important thing. But I'm not going to do a whole lot of digging over here. I want to go ahead and go to where I think we're going to start to set up at least a starting house. So we wanted something where Scala would have a place to put a bunch of farm areas and a nice flat space to put animal pens, that sort of thing. She's really into the farming aspect of Minecraft, especially with Pam's installed. And I thought this would be a nice place over here. So let me keep walking this way. I'm going to talk a little bit about the mods that are in the pack. Now, I just did a channel update video not too long ago, and you guys probably heard, if you watched that update, that we were waiting on Mechanism. And we are happy to say that Mechanism now has a 1.10 release. Because the developer of Mechanism has a license that lets people redistribute that, it was okay to include that in the Curse mod pack. So if you want to go download WaffleMods, the 1.10 WaffleMods 2 pack, you can certainly do that. The link will be down in the description, and that one really will be a link. There we go. Let's get some sugarcane while we're out here. And then you can play along with us. And hopefully you guys can find some cool stuff. If you want to play the exact same server we are, I mean, not the exact same server. If you want to play with the exact same settings, you know, you can download the pack. Oh, that's poison ivy. You can download the pack. You can use the same seed, and you'll be able to be in the same map as us, even though we're not playing with us. It's still going to be a private server, I'm sad to say, but at some point maybe I'll consider doing something like, you know, having a Patreon server if I ever get any patrons on Patreon and they want to play with me. That might work pretty well. So now that I've been talking, I've been going the wrong direction for a little while. Let me go ahead and head up this way. And this way? Wait, which way am I? This way. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Okay, so I'm going to keep going out this way until I get to a flat area. There it is. I think it's that lake right there that we were interested in. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and sprint over there real quick. Let's get some canola while we're at it, too. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay, so lots of chickens around. This is the area. Yep. So this lake right here was pretty neat looking. It's relatively flat. We might have to do a little bit of landscaping out here. Let's go ahead and get a few berries as well, since we're running a little bit low on food. Let's eat those up. Eat all of these up. There we go. Alright, so it's pretty flat, and it's going to be a good set of resources for us. There's trees over here. There's, you know, spruce. We've got birch. We've got some oak nearby. We've got horses. We've got lava, so we can make a smeltery. And we got all sorts of things that we need to get started. So next thing we want to do is actually go ahead and cut down some of these trees and make some tools. Get some stone tools. You know, the usual stuff you do in Minecraft. Modded starts out pretty much the same way as anything else. So let's go ahead and grab, let's do the spruce wood and do a crafting table and then a crafting bench. And we're going to do that right over here. Then we're going to make some, let's see, we're going to need some other logs here. Do we have, there must be more down here. There it is. There we go. And we got fast leaf decay on, obviously. So that's going to make things easy when we're starting out. So let's grab some of that. We're going to make that into plank, or sticks rather. Let's do that and get a pick going. Now we got time to mine. Okay, so we got some gravel over here, we got sand, we got clay. It's going to be pretty easy to get the stuff we need to, for grout. That's cool. We got some rice over here, it looks like, that popped off because it was spawned on gravel. And now what we need to do is find a good place to dig a little bit of stone. I don't want to go all over the place right now. Oh, you know what else we should do, though? Is we should go ahead and go back to journey map and add a waypoint. And we're going to just call this base for now. Cool. And just in case you were wondering, that's where we spawned, is right up here. And we just kind of walked this way. We wandered around a little bit, found our way over to this base area. And I think there's villages kind of scattered all around here. We're going to explore those at some point together as well. But for now, it looks like we're just going to go ahead and grab a little... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw cobble right in the lava, because we don't need that cobble. I want this cobble. Mine straight down. You know, do the one thing you're never supposed to do. See if we can get ourselves killed right off the bat. There we go. There we go. Let's get a little bit of this. It's just surface cobble. It's not going to be a huge deal. I'm sure some of this actually has lava under it, but most of it probably won't. And we got lead ore. We don't really need lead. Lead tools are pretty terrible. Let's get that. We'll get it at some point. We'll need it for making batteries and that sort of thing. Okay, so that's probably enough to get a few tools made. Not even really counting at this point. Let's do that. Let's get a cobblestone pick. There we go. Let's get a few more sticks here. And let's do a shovel and an axe. There we go. And that gives us... We're missing wood in order to make a sword. Okay, so we're going to have to get a little bit more wood, but that's all right. We got a few basic tools here. And we got all these little short shrubby. One of those really short trees. That's okay, because eventually we're going to get, yeah, like just like that. A couple saplings, and now these will grow into larger trees. Even though they come from the small oak saplings, they're going to grow up into normal sized trees just fine. So we're going to put one over there. We're going to throw one right here. Let's come up here and throw one. And one more right over there. That looks perfect. Those are going to grow up over time for us as well. So let's see. We need oak back into planks. A few more sticks. One of those. A couple of those. Time to strike. All right. And then the next thing we want to probably do is get a hoe going so we can grow a few crops. I want to grow some flax so I can get more string and make a bed. But we can also look. There's another flax plant over here. So every 4 string is a wool. It looks like we've got 7 right now, so we need 12 total string. That won't be too bad in order to make a bed. Let's see. We'll get a few more. There's some flax right there. How much do we have now? 9? Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put that right on my hotbar. A little bit more. We're just going to keep gathering some wood and some other supplies. First thing we want to do is make a bed so we don't have to deal with nighttime. Let's go ahead and... Can we get... I can't remember. Yep, cow tipper. We can get that right away. Actually, we might want some meat too. So we'll have to get a little bit more stone, but that's looking pretty good. Jump attacks in 1.10, actually 1.9 and later. There we go. Getting pretty good at that. And it looks like our server's doing pretty well, not lagging or anything like that. It's good. Started it up. One of the things that we did tweak for this server that's not in the pack, because I wasn't sure if everybody will want this or not. The pack has a couple of configuration tweaks, but they're pretty minor. For this pack, we turned off the water crystals and lava crystals from simple upgrades, and we also turned down the frequency of the roguelike dungeons a little bit. They were kind of coming up a little bit too fast. Oh, I guess you have to harvest biomes of plenty flax with shears. So we had a few too many dungeons, so we turned that down. If you're using the exact same seed and you want to have the exact same dungeons as us, then you're going to need to change that setting to say the frequency is 13 instead of 10. And that's going to give you the exact same percentage of dungeons. Now I will say, because of the way mods work, even if you use everything, all the settings exactly the same, your villages may generate slightly differently and that sort of thing. Your dungeons may actually generate slightly differently, because those aren't stored in the seed per se, they're generated on demand. And so if you're wondering why your world doesn't look the same as mine, that's just the way modded works. It's not going to be exactly the same. Alright, so there's a bit of that. Do we have enough? Yeah, we got plenty for that to make a furnace. And I would love to get a little bit more flax because our clock is ticking here. We're running out of daylight. Okay, we're going to come back to that cave in a little bit. Come on, more flax plants. Oh, I already hear zombies. Maybe they're underground. And we have this big ravine over here. That was the other reason we wanted to be in this area. So there's a big ravine by the lake. That's going to be outstanding for us. I probably shouldn't sprint this much with this little bit of food that I have. Ooh, hello. Okay, come back for that too. There's some flax. Is it going to be enough? 13, perfect. So let's go ahead and make 3 wool. And then let's run back to our crafting table over there. And we're going to see if we can make a bed and get it down and sleep in it before a bunch of stuff spawns and monsters are too close. Let's see if we make it. Oh, hey, we got another sapling. Boop, there you go. Okay, looks like there's a creeper out there in the distance. Let's do 3 of these and 3 of those. Get a white bed. Put that right there. And sleep. I think we're going to make it. Perfect. Alright, so we do have a few spawns out there. Not too bad. And there was a sheep the whole time. That could have been one of our wool. So next thing I'm going to do is, let's see, make a furnace, I think. We need to do that pretty early on. Let's get that going. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those. Just because that'll make it a little faster. We don't really need all the stone. So there's a... I don't care about the bean sprout. And one of those. And then the other thing we want to do is probably make a chest for our stuff. There we go. Come on now. Chest. Alright. Let's actually get rid of that furnace. Let's put a chest next to the crafting table because it can work with that. And then we need to get some fuel of some sort. So let's put this in here and we're going to burn our wooden pickaxe. Can we burn our book? No, we can't. We can burn some sticks though. I'll probably regret that in a little while, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and eat this. There we go. We'll get a few things cooked up. That's not going to be too bad. And then once we have a bit of food on us, we're going to go get some more trees, that sort of thing. I'm probably going to go ahead and do a quick cut here, get a few things set up for you guys, and then I'll bring you back when I've got a few supplies and we're ready to start building a little temporary shelter. Alright, so it's been a little while. I've got some materials gathered up. I've got some birchwood planks, some spruce wood, some cobblestone. Let's go ahead and move that up there. Got torches in the offhand. I've got a few materials I've gathered, some iron, some copper, some tin, and some zinc. And let's just go ahead and sort it that way. A couple of pearl dust from simple upgrades from ender ore. And right now we're smelting up some osmium so we can make some decent tools. Because that won't work in our tinker smeltery anyway, and we're still a long way off from mechanism. So we want to keep this lava over here for our tinker smeltery, and I'm not sure where we're going to put our permanent house yet. We got a couple of these trees that have grown up, but I think what I want to do is put like a little temporary construction hut back over here, and this is going to be pretty small, I think. Let's do one right here, and then let's go 7 across, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a gap, so that should be 3, yeah, in between, and then let's go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's do that. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that. And that's going to have to come up a little bit, of course. And then maybe we can actually have this go... Let's see how we're going to do with that. So for now, let's do cobblestone. Oop, nope, we're going to do this. And I don't have a pick at the moment, so we'll get that in a second. I want to do a little layer like that to kind of show a foundation level. This is actually going to end up being a basement at some point. Let's go ahead and make that pick so I can fix things when I place them incorrectly like that. Is that all of our osmium? Great. Okay, so let's see. We got 1 stick over here. We're going to need to make a few more sticks. Let's do that. And let's do an osmium pick. There we go. And the other thing that I wanted to check is, let's see. Osmium pick uses. Yeah, you can make a paxel if we make a pick, a shovel, and an axe. I think we have enough to do that. Pick, shovel, and axe. Let's do that. That one and that one. And then we need 2 sticks. And where was it? Hold on. Uses plus... No. Okay. There it goes. Osmium paxel. Nice. Alright, so we can put that away and that away. And we can still use these in the short term. But yeah, this osmium paxel is going to do everything we need in one tool. Alright. There we go. Not bad at all. Okay, so that's going to be the kind of main room here. So let's go ahead and put in... Let's do some spruce planks. The birch is going to be for the floor, so we're going to have kind of a wall that comes across like this level. And then over here. And we're going to do a little porch that comes in right there. So this will be the kind of ground level here. We're going to fill this in with birchwood planks. Like that. We're going to get the horses out of here at some point. And let's go ahead and dig all this stuff up with our stone shovel and just kind of use this up. We might as well use it while we have it. Digging dirt with a stone shovel is not too slow. Thank you, horse, for... Get out of my way. There it goes. Alright, so that's going to be the rough first shape of this building. Let's get a little bit of spruce in here as well. Whoop. And just across this way. Like that. Alright, so that's going to be it. Let's go ahead and grab a quick nap in our bed here, make it daytime again. All right. So we don't need a whole lot of space in here, but what I wanted to be able to do is have a bed, a crafting table, a little bit of storage, and some tinker's tools. I think I want to bring this back a little bit on one side. Let's make a little room back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put another one right there. And then 1, 2, 3, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one right there. And that means we should have one right here as well. And we're gonna make a sneaky little side door right here. That's gonna have to have a little bit more space, but not too much. There we go. All right, so that's gonna need to be there and there. And we're gonna, whoop, did not mean to do that. I forgot that, I can't think it's inventory tweaks that swaps out the blocks for you. Let's go ahead and build this up to the height we're gonna need. So this one is gonna come at the same height. It's gonna be fine to have it there. All right, so that's gonna be 1, 2, want all these to be 3 tall inside of things. So 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that for a second. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yep, I can count. And that's going to actually come up to the same height because the floor is going to be at the same level. So we're not going to have a split level there. Okay, let's get rid of that guy. And we're going to have to get rid of all this stuff too. We don't have to worry about that one so much because we're not going to see it. Let's leave. No, we're gonna have to do that one. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that because all of this is also gonna have to come out to be birch wood. So we're gonna need to take out this stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be all right. Okay, so that can be dirt. Yeah, that could be dirt. Let's check that real quick. There we go. Right, because that's going to be, okay, yeah, so everything over here has to be taken out. That one's okay. And all of this has to be replaced with birch wood. There we go. This isn't going to be too bad. Okay, birchwood planks. There we go. Oh, nope, we did it again. It's not that helpful, inventory tweaks. All right, let's put that in there like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna have to make a few more of these. There we go. Now we've got everything we need. And we're gonna put one right there too, because that's gonna be our back doorway out here. So let's go ahead and take this a little bit away from the house. Let's do that. Just kind of clear it up a little bit. So that'll be a back area. We'll probably put a little gravel or something out here. Maybe actually right like that, we're gonna have a little gravel spot. Or should you know what? Let's just go ahead and do. We should do instead just some cobblestone. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Okay, so that's gonna be the rough shape of the house. I'm gonna have to get a bit more spruce wood. I think let's just go ahead and make all that into planks. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill all this in. So what I'm gonna do is frame out all my windows so that there's no windows right up against the log. So it's gonna be one against that frame just like this all the way around. And then I'm gonna see what I want to do for the roof. I might have to do a little bit more mining of cobblestone because I'm probably gonna want to do a stone roof here like that. There we go. And then that's looking pretty good. All right, so we're gonna have a door right there. We're gonna have a door right here, which means we need to do that. We got the little windows. Let's do a little window on this wall. You want to do a little window? Yeah, let's keep a little one there. Let's do a little one on this side and a little one on this side. And we'll keep one big one. That seems odd to have one big one right there at the back window. I think the better area right here is a decent window. And maybe this should be too. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. All right, so then we just have to figure out what kind of doors we're going to make. I'm going to get some doors made, maybe put a little, what's it called, a porch right out here. And then I'll start working on the roof and move a few things inside. All right, so I'll be back with you guys again in just a few minutes. All right, time to put the last few finishing touches on the roof. And we're just going to use cobblestone slabs. I think I have enough. I think it's going to be 18 all the way across here. See if I counted correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have one left over. Perfect. So we got our nice little roof line. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at it from out here. And then we're going to go ahead and sleep again. Yeah, I like that. It looks pretty good. We need to finish up the eaves up here. And we might bring this back a little bit from the window. Just a little bit so we can have a slightly better view. I think that's going to look good once grass comes in. Over here, I decided not to do an overhang because that's just a way to get zombies to hang out. Over here, I went ahead and put this porch on with this little ceiling. Went ahead and used the cobblestone for that as well. And then if we come inside here, like I said, all we got to do is a few blocks in the eaves. We're not going to use dirt for that though. Let's put our not blocks chest and our blocks chest. Let's go ahead and just get some spruce wood. Here we go. Let's seal that one in. And we're going to seal this one. Oop, no, not that. Seal that one in for now as well. There we go. Now we've got a nice little house with some windows, some light, some doors, and we are good to go. All right. So the next thing we want to do is get a little bit of Tinker's Smeltery going. So in order to do that, we're going to need some clay. We're going to need some sand. We need about 4 times as much sand as we have clay. So that would be 120, it's about 110. That's pretty close. And then we're going to need about another stack and a half of gravel as well in order to get that going. But let's go ahead because this takes a long time to smelt anyway. Let's grab that, and we're going to make some grout. There we go. And let's go ahead and get that smelting on this side. Okay, so we got a nice big tree over here again. Really, the gravel is going to be our big holdup. So we're going to go around and pick up as much gravel as we can here and there. Little bits around the edges of the lake, that's going to be an easy way to do it. We might need to go for some more glass at some point too, but for now I think that's going to be alright. There we go. And then over here, this is going to be pretty easy to get. And we are going to have to do a little filling in at some point here with the water bucket. I'm not too worried about that either. Once we put a corner piece in, that's going to fill all of this in. So we'll fix the lake in a little bit too. I want to get the smeltery up and running so we can get more efficient iron and other kind of ingots here. So gather up a little bit more gravel. What are we at now? 45, that's not too bad. And here's a big chunk of it. So let's just go ahead and grab all of this. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab all this sand as well while we're here. Just go straight across. And then we're just going to come back this way. Let's get all of this. We'll do that one there. There we go. So that's going to be a pretty good amount. Yeah, that's not bad. So we've got... Yeah, we've got 27. 4 times that is about 100. We got about 100 there. We still need a little bit more gravel. Not too fussed about that. Let's come over here. And yeah, I know, I'll fix that. Actually, you know what? We've got plenty of sand. Let's go ahead and use... No, we're going to put water in there. We're going to fix it the right way. I'm not going to do that. Alright, yeah, a little bit more gravel where we have some without having to go swimming. That's going to not be too bad. And we don't need a huge smeltery right now. This is only really going to hold us over until we get some power and get mechanism up and running anyhow. And for making some pretty basic early game tools with Tinkers. So let's just go ahead and make the grout that we can make with this. Alright. Got more sand and a little pond there. That's looking pretty good. I'm not super thrilled with the stairs right now, but again, this is just our basic starter house. It's going to change. It's going to look better over time. So let's do... How much gravel can we do? Not bad. So we'll be able to get 20 more of those. Like that. There's all of that stuff. Not bad. So we got a couple of stacks of that. So let's put that in the blocks. And this is going to go in the not blocks. And we're going to put a stack in there. And we're going to finish that stack off. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to split that up so we can put that in the furnaces as they go. So now what we have to do is make a few pieces for our seared smeltery. And in order to do that, we're going to need a little bit of glass. Perfect. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we have a lava tank, and that is just going to be right there, seared tank. We're going to need a smeltery controller And then we're going to need more bricks before we can do the next piece. There's a couple there, I said a couple there. So like that is our smeltery drain. So we get a tank, a drain, and a controller. That's doing pretty well. And then we're just going to have to keep doing this and making all the pieces. That's going to be a faucet. Not bad, so that's going to go with the drain. Then we're going to need a table under it. And the table's going to take some. So I'm going to sit here and let this stuff smelt up. And then I will bring it back when I am putting the smelter in. Alright, so we just finished patching up all the lake areas where we had taken out the gravel and the sand, so it looks nice again, and a little bit less lag because there's less flowing water. We've got some lava in our tank up here, and hopefully the rest of our grout has cooked up so we can make, or enough of it's cooked up maybe, so we can make some bricks and finish out our smeltery. That's going to be pretty good. 13 more might do it. Doesn't have to be huge right now. So yeah, that's definitely going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we've got a working smeltery. We've got our brick in here. And so the first thing we want to do is put some zinc and copper in there to make some brass. And that's going to let us make an ingot cast so we can get going here pretty easily. So I just use one of the extra seared bricks. We're going to go ahead and put a few more of these out. And let's go ahead and do it like that. We're going to make this thing bigger over time. There we go. As soon as that copper smelts up, it should melt with the zinc. Okay, yep, let's go ahead and grab a couple more of these while that's going. That's all done. Let's go ahead and split that up again. Put a few more of those in there. That's kind of silly. Let's take one of those out. There we go. Yeah, either way, it's going to be a little bit of a waste. Alright, so that should be brass now. Perfect. So let's go ahead and make an ingot cast. There we go. And now the rest of this is just going to be able to be cast brass. So we're going to have to do this manually for a little bit, but it's going to double our ore production. And I think that's going to be where we're going to wrap it up today. So we're going to go ahead and cast off the last bit of this. What is that? Got one ingot left after this? There we go. Okay, so in between episodes, I'm probably going to finish off this smeltery. I might see if I have enough iron to get a hopper in here. Maybe if we get really fancy and go down and get some redstone, we'll put in a transfer node for fluids. There's definitely some room for improvement here. We'll try to save the tools for the next episode. I want to do that on camera with you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, but also go down to the comment section. Let me know what you want to see in this series of WaffleMods 2. Let me know if you want to download the pack and play along with us. And if you really like this video, then be sure to subscribe for more videos. I'm doing these twice a week. Ark is coming back on July 28th, so if you made it through this Minecraft video and you were wondering what was going on with Ark, that's coming back pretty soon. As soon as Primitive Plus comes out, we're going right back to that. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.